Hello dear students. In the chapter Molecular Basis of Inheritance, so far we have already studied about the double helical model of DNA as proposed by Watson and Crick. We have also studied how the DNA is packaged in prokaryotic and eukaryotic, followed by the formation of chromosome. Today's topic is another very important and very interesting topic. That topic is we are going to study the experiments which were done to prove that DNA is the genetic material. And this topic is so important that there are two experiments which are given in your syllabus and they are generally asked for 5 marks. So, you need to be very attentive and very focused to understand the concept in this experiment. Before coming to the topic directly, we must know that way back in 1869 itself, Friedrich Miescher had observed DNA in the nucleus. At that time, he did not know anything about DNA and he termed it as nuclein. Almost at the same time, Mendel had proposed the laws of inheritance, followed by another work done by Sutton and Boveri, where they proposed chromosomal theory of inheritance. Same way, Morgan had performed experiments on Drosophila and he proposed the theory of linkage. But at that time, nothing was known about DNA. The experiments on DNA to find out DNA as a genetic material came into existence almost in around 1926. The most noteworthy experiment was done by Frederick Griffith in 1928, which we are going to study today. And that principle was called as transforming principle. This transforming principle, it totally changed the way earlier the scientists were looking in the field of genetics. What is this? Let's see. So, Frederick Griffith was working on a bacterium called Streptococcus pneumoniae, where he isolated two strains. One is S strain and other is R strain. And he performed the experiment. Very interesting experiments. And he gave the concept of transforming principle. Let's see what was the experiment, which is very interesting. In 1928, Frederick Griffith, a British biologist, was working for developing the vaccination for the disease pneumonia. He was working on the bacterium Streptococcus pneumoniae, just like the procedure performed by Louis Pasteur. So, he grew different strains of this Streptococcus pneumoniae in the lab in Petri dish. He observed that there are basically two strains. One is S strain having smooth shiny colony of bacteria and other is R strain having rough colony of bacteria. The smooth colonies possess a mucopolysaccharide coat around it, whereas R strain did not have this. When this live S strain was injected to mice, mice died. Whereas when R strain was injected to mice, mice survived. So he came to conclusion that S strain is virulent, whereas R strain is non-virulent. To his surprise, he saw that when this S strain is heat killed and then injected to mice, mice survived. But when to this heat killed S strain, live R strain were added and then the injection was given to mice, mice died. And this mice had the live S strain in its body. From this came the principle of transformation. According to Griffith, the R strain transformed to S strain. According to him, the R strain got transferred to S strain because of the transfer of a genetic material from the heat killed S strain. This was called as the principle for transformation. So isn't it? The experiments were so amazing and the results were equally surprising. Though Griffith tried to explain the concept to his best and he gave the concept of transforming principle, but he had no proof to identify what is the chemical nature of the transforming principle. So his experiments, though it was revolutionary, could not be substantiated by the proof. After 14 years, three scientists, Oswald Avery, Colin MacLeod and Maclean McCarthy, they again rediscovered the work. They performed his experiments and they are known as the rediscoverer of Griffith's experiment. What did they do? They performed many biochemical reactions. They used many enzymes and then found out that it is only the DNA which is the genetic material. How did they do it? Let's find out their work. Frederick Griffith had explained the concept of transformation in 1928, but he could not explain the nature of genetic material which is responsible for this transformation. 14 years after his experiment, three scientists who are now known as the rediscoverer of Griffith, they performed the experiment in 1944. These three scientists are Oswald Avery, Colin MacLeod and Maclean McCarthy. They further performed the experiments on the lines of Frederick Griffith, but they centrifuged the different biochemicals from heat killed S strain. They could purify the biochemicals in three categories, that is proteins, RNA and DNA. They performed the transformation principle experiment and they found that it is only the DNA of S strain which is responsible for transforming R strain to S strain. They further saw that it is the DNAs. If it is added to this DNA, there is no transformation. Likewise, when the proteases or RNases are added to the biochemical purified form, they did not change the transformation. So, it was proved that it is not the protein and RNA which is the genetic material. It is only the DNA which is acting as the genetic material. So, after the experiments, these biochemical experiments performed by these three rediscoverers of Griffith, they provided a very concrete proof that it is the DNA which is the genetic material, not the protein or RNA. Most of the scientists were convinced, but still few had certain doubts that proteins might also be along with the DNA act as genetic material. So few other experiments were also performed. In the next lecture, we will study about one other experiment which totally removed the doubts of the scientists. So in today's experiment, we studied about the transforming principle and the biochemical explanation of transforming principle. which states that it is the DNA which is responsible for transforming the characteristics of an organism, and one organism can inherit or can acquire another property also. And you will be surprised to know that the complete genetic engineering is based on this principle. What do we do in genetic engineering? We just take out one gene and introduce into some other organism. So this transforming principle is the basis for genetic engineering. Hope you must have understood this concept, which is very important and can be asked for 5-mark question. So please go through it and understand, try to understand all the aspects of this experiment. And if you have any doubt, you can ask your doubts. Okay, thank you.